Aloha, beautiful golden pod, miracles in cosmic love, unity, grace, star nation, miracles in cosmic love, dolphin love and joy vibration here, doing our day 12 in love with love ceremony. Aloha, beautiful Divine Roberts. Loved your beautiful pictures today. I just realized I should tag Mr. Tristan. There we go. Awesome. Yay. So, welcome all of we beautiful pod. Aloha, Jeanette and Terry. So beautiful. This is day 12 of our In Love with Love wedding ceremonies. And on this day, we decided that it would be so appropriate to marry with true technology. So we've created a little ceremony here in the garden with fire and water and crystals. We will put the crystals in. Hi, Tyson. Love to you too, Angel. We'll put the water in. There's the precious water from around the world. Okay, there we go. So, hi, beautiful Shalanda Love, welcome. So, tonight's ceremony is a wedding ceremony. We're doing 21 days of marriage and wedding ceremonies to restore the true meaning of what it means to wed with another, which is to place love at the center of all our relations. And so people have been sharing in these galactic celebrations with we and having miraculous experiences in the ceremonies, much beyond what the mind might imagine these ceremonies are about. And so we've been inviting people to invite taking the hand of another, be it a rock, a bird, the grass, a tree, the stars, a thought, an emotion within us, our mother, our father, our sister, our brother, our lover, just inviting the taking the hand of another and doing beautiful wedding ceremonies all Miracle Day to restore our true inheritance and birthright, which is to place love at the center. Aloha, delightful. To place love at the center of all of our relations, and the beautiful Ahom Mataquiasan, the expression of the Lakota, means all of my relations or all of our relations. And so aloha, Gina. And so this ceremony tonight is a very special one because we ignite our relationship with true technology. So we'll just share about a few things here, which is that we have noticed there is a lot of beautiful navigating in the field right now for people. And so we invite coming into these beautiful wedding ceremonies because one thing that you may notice is that time is getting more and more unique in terms of a boundless kind of energy of our experiences where there's really no sense of time anymore. And so inside of that quantum potential, it is very significant to realize that we are in full creator mode. And so when we restore our relationship with love first by creating holographic altars, whether we draw or paint or sing a song or write a poem, or maybe we just imagine something or we create a physical altar, these altars actually affect our reality and they inspire synchronicity. So many traditions around the world, as we have been sharing in these 21 days, it is very common in many traditions around the world to create sacred altars and to unify with those altars on a daily basis. And this is helping all of us to bring ceremony back into our life, and the purpose of inviting another to wed with us, be it a rock, a bird, a bug, a bee, a tree, or a significant other, is that we get to see what might come up within us when we invite taking the hand of another. We might experience inside of ourselves different kinds of experiences by inviting a tree to marry us, compared to the experiences we might have inviting another person to marry us. We're in this very vulnerable place now in our transition as a human species on the planet, and relationship is key for everything. And so we're learning a new way to navigate, and vulnerability is our opportunity to become much more deeply connected and intimate with all things. Richard Rudd speaks about this in the Gene Keys. The Hopi Prophecy speaks about it, that those who become connected to our relationship with the divine, which is really what these ceremonies invite, is that our relationship with all things will become deeper and richer. And so a traditional wedding ceremony is about being at the altar together with another and declaring that love together in the presence of the divine and others. And so these are our beautiful opportunities to inspire this back into our lives. And because we're the creators of our reality, when we choose to put love at the center of all of our relations, then miracles occur, called miracles and wormholes, that open our DNA and our serotonin up. So tonight we have this beautiful crystal altar, and we have sacred fire, and we have water from the journey around the world, collecting water for 10 years and moving water from place to place. And we have a most beautiful rose quartz heart on top, because the rose quartz connects into the 3015 in our heart. And so this is a very potent and divine altar, and we are inviting all of we to join tonight in this beautiful wedding ceremony for yourself, with the crystals and the fire and the earth and the water, to really begin to connect back into the true technology of love together, and the true technology that exists in our physicality. So if this love stream or the idea of the wedding ceremonies has been powerful for you so far, or is inspiring, please share this love stream. That's called gifting. And we'll talk a little bit more about the power of water and crystal and fire and the earth, and bringing them all together in ceremony. So a tiny little chip in our computer called silica is what holds all the memory of our computer. Same within our phones and all of our electronic devices. And so crystal is a very powerful technology. And many miracle years ago, when I started to discover the power of crystals and water, I learned that crystals were placed at the tips of nuclear warheads, because crystals are programmable. Just like water, Dr. Emoto was a great gift to all of us, and Dr. Emoto showed us the power of putting our consciousness or our intentions into water. And it's the same with crystal, which is why crystal can hold the memory of our beautiful computers and phones, etc. And recently, at Christmas time, on the winter solstice, we did a beautiful celebration and all-night cacao ceremony on December 21st with Jose Federico, and he is the Mayan daytime daykeeper calendar of the sixth sun. And Jose had this amazing cacao ceremony. And one of the people who came to that amazing ceremony was a very spiritual indigenous elder. And one of the things that he said at the gathering, which was really amazing, is he was amazed to see how many Westerners showed up for the ceremony, because he said that he felt like the Western world had forgotten about true technology. And so throughout the night, he would go up to each person individually, and he would talk to them quietly, and he would offer them tobacco, and he would talk about the technology of the fire. And so very into the wee hours of the morning, around 3:33, the elder came to we with the can of tobacco and sat with we. And this amazing grandmother spirit came through him. It was so profound. And I felt like the grandmother began to talk to me. And through his eyes, she spoke through him, and she said, "Do you remember the technology of the fire?" And it was such a confirmation for we that the true technologies are the elementals. And so, you know, as Western beings, we are very invited to return to true technologies and remember that relation through all of our art and our ceremonies, and begin to accelerate our ascension by combining our thought and our heart and our love through our powerful altars and these technologies. And so the elder sat with we and asked we what my prayers were. And I told him, and he laughed and he shook his head and he said, no, it's way too general. And so he sat for the longest time with me listening to my prayers until I got the prayers to a very narrowed down place. You know, my first prayer was peace on earth, and he was like, no, that's way too general. And so as we learn to work with technology, again, the true technology of the earth, of Tara, of the elementals, one of the things we can do in our ceremonies is become very specific. And so what was really fun and funny was that I tried many prayers, and the elder kept saying, no, too specific, or too general, you need to get more specific. And so finally I said, okay, well, you know, I have a tooth that has a little cavity in it. He was like, right there, start there with your prayers. And then he said, as you go up to the fire and you make your offering with the tobacco, you'll make your prayer, and then you'll say what you're willing to give up, and then you will declare to the fire what you're willing to open to receive. And I knew that this night was very, very special, because I knew that true technology was being returned to me, being returned to my memory and my awareness. And in a quotation marks sophisticated Western world, most people became disconnected from the power of the elementals. Another beautiful story that was shared recently with me was witnessing a kahuna who was with many kahunas, and they were doing a sacred dance ceremony, and someone at the ceremony was not very polite, and it was a beautiful sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, and within a few seconds a huge massive wind came in when the kahuna called in a specific prayer, and it was like a massive storm came in. And these are our true technologies and our true relationships with the elementals. And so as we continue on our 21 days of wedding ceremonies, we miracles in cosmic love, is very inspired to take us deeper into the true technology, especially as humans and the societies that we have lived in the Western world are going through so many breakdowns. And so these wedding ceremonies have been building to help us create a regular practice of unifying with love, of seeing everything through the eyes of love, and offering our hands to all others, birds, bees, rocks, trees, our friends, our lovers, our ideas, our fears, bringing our hand and our heart to the altar with all aspects of our lives and creation. So this miracle night, because for many miracle years, as we mentioned before, we walk the planet praying with water and moving water around the planet. And this tiny little bottle has frankincense and myrrh from the stairs of the Dome of the Rock, from the Grand Cardinal Cross of 2014, and water from all around the world. And in all of the ceremony altars that we have done, we have placed some of this water into the ceremony. And these might seem like simple things, and sometimes our mind might believe that our technology has to be complicated, but it's not, because the true technology is about our thoughts, specificity in our thoughts, clarity in our thoughts. Wow. How's that for background noise? Specificity in our thoughts, getting very centered when we're doing our prayers and our altars, the same way we would if we were in a wedding ceremony with our beloved. And this allows us to help to bring everything into the place of the beloved. Clearly, we have some confirmation going on in the field. I don't know if you can hear that crazy honking and traffic going by, but we'll take that as a confirmation that this message is true. And so when we combine water and crystal, this is the highest technology in the world. Our bodies are made of water and crystal, and so these external ceremonies are merely a reminder and affecting the internal elements of our bodies. And so what we always do is just do 13 drops in our ceremonies when we're placing water. And we always invite synchronicity. We invite magic and miracles. And in our ceremonies, we just place the elements that we are calling in, like joy and love and celebration and co-creation and collaboration. And we often invite the universe to take care of the rest. So here we go with our beautiful wedding ceremony tonight with this amazing sacred altar. And we invite all of we who are here with us to just take a moment inside of yourself to declare your love for the water and the earth and the fire and the water, the air, all of these powerful, sacred beings. And stand at the altar inside of yourself if you're guided to join in this beautiful wedding ceremony, putting love at the center of all of our relations and wedding with all these magnificent beings. And we have put love at the center of this ceremony, this beautiful rose quartz heart. Wow, amazing colors in the crystals. So just allow yourself to go into your own space now, in your own divine wedding ceremony, putting love first in your reality, the shortcut through the 35th gene. in our beautiful wedding ceremony. And just allow yourself to see yourself at the altar with the crystals and the water and the fire, the earth, and allow yourself to have whatever experiences want to present for you. These are very multi-dimensional activating ceremonies. We do them with love at the center. I stand at the altar and offer my hand and take the hand of the crystals. I take the hand of the waters. I take the hand of the fire and the earth, the air, the beautiful flowers, in love with love. Always placing love at the center. So you may discover that if you explore these daily wedding ceremonies, inviting everything to marry you at the altar, you may discover some very unexpected multi-dimensional experiences happening, because love is the shortcut, and these ceremonies are very activating in the pineal. I'm daily getting messages from people sharing their ceremonies, their pictures. It's really profound to hear what people have been experiencing. We're up on a very high hill, which is surrounded by a road way down below, but the noise travels, or the sound. Yeah, so in these times of divine navigation inside of ourselves, we promise we will find that if we do these wedding ceremonies daily and really make a practice of it, make it special, that we will discover that navigating the waves of these shifting times becomes extremely beautiful and profound, because we discover that when we put love at the center, life becomes quite humorous and like a beautiful movie. We have this wonderful joke going with many friends. Just if you're having a rough day, it's probably because you don't have popcorn. So allowing ourselves to place love at center through sacred altars holographically affects our field and the way that all life responds to us. And this beautiful, regular practice is a way of honoring ourselves to actually live and love and create realities that are joy-filled and wondrous. And that's our birthright, to live the miracle, live the dream. So just remember that crystals and water and fire and earth are all the most powerful technologies. We could marry our phone. A beloved friend Clifton suggested that the other day. For us to marry our phones, and we might as well, because they have crystal in them. We are in love with love, and we are in deep appreciation of all of we participating this miracle night in this beautiful ceremony. If this love stream is inspiring, or the idea of wedding ceremonies in love with love is inspiring, please share the video. That's called gifting. And we'll just do a final peruse of all of the beautiful parts of this sacred altar. So beautiful. Yes, teach technology love. Golden apple in the palm of the hand. Just reading some of the beautiful comments. Look at all this amazing light. So gorgeous, this altar. And there will be chocolate cake with 1 3/4 inch chocolate avocado icing at this most magnificent wedding ceremony. Thank you all for tuning in. We love we so much on day 12 of our beautiful In Love with Love wedding ceremonies. Very powerful time to be creating our reality and placing love at the center. That's technology. Love we so much. Aloha.